Aldebaran Southland about to come up for this first Monty trial, just a solo Monty trial for Aldebaran Southland over the 1720 metres. The tape's release and trotted away nicely, Aldebaran Southland. And we'll travel down to the first turn after the first 200 metres. We'll get a lead time up very shortly. The lead time comes up in 14 seconds. And Aldebaran Southland, who's just trotting very slowly but at the same time safely, doing it nicely, coming up towards the top of the straight, and at 1400 metres to travel. And Aldebaran Southland, 14 seconds was the lead time, and they come up towards the top of the home straight, or he comes up towards the top of the home straight with just over 1200 metres to travel. First quarter will be semaphore in the moment as he hits the 1200 metre mark, 3/4 of a mile. We see a nice sign there stipulating that. 33.5 was the first quarter of the last mile, the last 1600 metres. The first 400 metres was running 33.5, and Aldebaran Southland in front and doing it well. I think it's Ben Auberon in the saddle, and he goes out of the straight and wanting to go a little bit quicker, but Aldebaran Southland under a pretty good hold as he comes up to the 800 metre mark. 33.5 the first quarter, the second quarter in 29.7. He really quickened up at that point, 63.2 the half, and he's really wanting to run along here, Aldebaran Southland. He went pretty slow early, but he's got fired up, and I think Ben Auberon's the guy in the saddle, I think it is. He's sitting right up on the girth of the horse, right breathing down his neck. Just give him a little pat on the side to get him to settle a little bit, because he certainly got fired up. 33.5 and 29.7. Third quarter in 29.2. So this is probably one of the quickest quarters, quickest halves we've seen at the Monty trials ever here at Tabcorp Park. I can't recall a horse going as quick for 2 quarters of 29.7 and 29.2. We'll see how he gets up the straight, but it's been pretty impressive so far, and Aldebaran Southland doing it well, and just been eased right down, so he's going to be walking over the last 100 metres. But certainly Aldebaran Southland has got through this trial pretty satisfactorily. He's run the last quarter in 31.3 and a mile rate of 2.9. Gross time 2:17.9, 2:17.9. The lead time was 14. Slow first quarter in 33.5, and then we saw the second and third quarters much quicker, 29.7, 29.2. He got pretty fired up, and 31.3 home, mile rate of 2.9. Last mile was 2.3.8, 2.3.8 last mile, last half in 60.5, 60.5. So the gross 2:17.9, mile rate of 2.9, last mile in 2.38, last half 60.5. So the gross 2:17.9, mile rate 2.9, last mile 2.38, last half 60.5, with Aldebaran Southland taking out the first trial.